Today Baba tells us the importance of pictures and plays in the world. And you see, yesterday I saw there were two Kanyas who had come for the course, and one Kanya was just, saying something, and then she said, so Kali Ma killed Mahishasur. And then the other one said, no, it's not Kali Ma, it's Durga Ma who killed Mahishasur. So then the other one said, so were you there when she killed? So how do you know who killed? So then, I was just watching, and then there was a big argument about who killed, and one said Kali Ma killed, another said Durga Ma killed. And so you see, what I'm trying to say is, you have these, and then if you have an opinion poll, then 99% would say Durga Ma killed Mahishasur. Why? Because that's how we are taught, and we know things for sure, those things which we have not seen, we have not been there, and all of these pictures that we see since childhood and the stories that are told, so these sit in our buddhi, they sit in our intellect. So whatever religion you belong to, or whatever whatever stories you're told, you start building your attitude according to that. And you see, if you live in a country, then you're told stories about which countries are your enemies, and then which are the countries who took you to war, and then who damaged what, and who brought misery to you, and then you also have that attitude towards them. And so we are told so many things, and all the pictures, all the movies, all the stories, they create our awareness and attitude. And you see, there was this one brother, and he told me that all my life I believed that my dad's family are the good ones, and my mom's family are the bad ones. But then I realized later it was not like that. And I realized that at the age of 40. And I was always told, by my dad that my family is good, and so my dad was the more active one in the family. So he said that, my people are the good ones and your mom's family are the bad ones. And then I believed that for so long, and then I had a different experience later on. So what I'm trying to tell you is that, these pictures, these stories, they build up our whole awareness and attitude. And we have been hearing so many pictures about, the history, the geography that we study in school, college, they also shape our attitude and awareness of what happened, what is going to happen. And you see, when we enter a dark room, so we are afraid. Afraid of what? Afraid of ghosts. And then you see, we have never seen ghosts. But we have been told that, and in movies we've seen, or in stories we've heard that it was a dark night and the ghost came and they attacked, and then those things enter the intellect and they are there. So, we start thinking and visualizing and perceiving according to the information that we are given. And Baba says that nobody is called the truth. Do you see? There is a reason why God is called the truth, Sat Chit Anand. So, the truth, the conscient being, and the ocean of bliss. So, this is only said about God. Nobody else is called Sat Chit Anand. So, nobody is called the truth. And in every culture, every religion, they say God is the truth. So why God is called the truth? Because when Baba comes, so obviously when God is called the truth, he must be coming and telling the truth sometime. And Baba comes and tells us the truth that, the whole history about the whole history, geography of the world. So, Baba tells us that there are three regions in the world. So, the incorporeal region, the subtle region, and this corporeal world. So, there are teen lok, the three regions of the world. And then Baba tells us that the history is that you were a deity and then you transformed into a worshipper, and then again, you are in sorrow right now, and then this is a cyclic drama. And whenever you come into acute sorrow, then I come and I liberate you from the sorrow and you go back to the world of happiness. So this is the pattern of the drama. And you see, when you listen to this, then it doesn't become part of your awareness. So but when you churn over it, it becomes a part of your awareness. And that is why Baba says, keep rotating the Swadershan Chakra. See, the whole story of the drama is that you're a deity, then you change into a worshipper, then there is sorrow, then Baba comes, and again you go back to the world of happiness. So it's such a small story. And then you have to churn over it so that you get it, that, after this, we are going to the world of happiness. And but you need to do your work, your inner work to arrive at it. And the more you have faith that the only truth that there is in the world, Baba speaks that truth. So do you have faith in Baba? Do you recognize Baba? Because you see, every soul recognizes Baba differently. And if you ask yourself that, if you just took some time and think about it, that who is the one who is, teaching me every day, giving me so much love, sustenance? Has anyone done it for you ever? No, nobody does this, So he is the father, teacher, Satguru, and you have to recognize Baba, that he is the only one who does this, who gives you so many blessings every day. These days gurus also don't give blessings. They will put some seed of fear in your head, and this is going to happen to you, that is going to happen to you. But Baba is always giving blessings, Baba is always teaching, Baba is always showering love. And who else would do it for me? And if I don't recognize Baba, then how do I say this is not Baba? Because there is the whole proof is there in front of my eyes. And I'll tell you one thing, there was this one person, he said, I don't have faith that this is Baba. So I said, do you have faith that your Lokik parents are your Lokik parents? So he said, yes. So I said, how do you have faith? So he said, they feed me, they send to school, they pay my fees. So I said, that's how you have faith, right? You don't go and perform a DNA test to check whether your parents are your parents. The activities show these are your parents. So the one who takes your physical responsibility is your parent. The one who takes your spiritual responsibility is your spiritual parent. Otherwise, who would take the responsibility of making you knowledgeful, peaceful, powerful? Nobody else would. So Baba is Baba, and Baba is God, Baba is the truth. And when Baba tells me that this is my story, and every cycle, I start from the soul world, I come to the world of happiness, peace, prosperity, and then I descend and come to the world of sorrow, and then this also changes gradually into a world of happiness when Baba comes. So if I churn over it, then this will sit in my awareness. And when this sits in my awareness, what's going to happen is, you see, if you have seen a movie or a drama and that is in your awareness, and then you see, that it ends well. So, the happy ending. Then what happens is, you're seeing people fighting, you're seeing somebody hurting somebody, you're seeing there is a big fight sequence going on. And then somebody who's seeing it for the first time is very disturbed. But because you know how it is going to end, you are not disturbed. And even if they are disturbed, why is this person beating this one, or what will happen? I don't know what will happen next. You are saying that, ultimately everything will be fine. And you know that this is going to end well. So Baba says, if you have this world drama in your intellect, then you know that whatever is happening right now doesn't matter, because this Kali Yuga phase is a very small phase, and then it's going to change. So, whether you're a millionaire or a billionaire or whatever, or you go bankrupt, both these things are going to change. And you are going to go to the new world based on your spiritual stage. So then you know that these things don't matter, and what matters is what I am doing with my body, mind and wealth. What karma am I creating with my body, mind and wealth? And what sanskars am I creating? So if you really get the unlimited drama and it sits in your intellect, then you will not be concerned about what's happening externally, because you know that whatever is happening externally in this world of Kali Yuga is very transient and it's going to change very soon. And also, according to the drama, right now the world is going through Kali Yuga. And what is Kali Yuga? It is a world of obstacles. It's a world of sorrow. So if you understand that, this is the world of sorrow, then you don't complain about sorrow, because this is how it's going to be. So just like, when you know that there are 4 seasons and those seasons keep changing, and then when it's winter, it's cold, do you complain about the cold? No, you know that this is the season of cold and it's going to be cold, so you pull out your warm clothes and just brace yourself up so that you don't feel cold. So Baba says that when this drama sits in your intellect, then you know that this is Kali Yuga, and in this world of obstacles and uncertainty, there cannot be certainty and there cannot be no obstacles. So the form keeps changing, but it will be something or the other all the time. And when you have understood this, then you are not interested in what kind of obstacle there is, but you're just interested in how you keep yourself, in a state where you are not affected by it. So you work on your spiritual stage and you don't get affected by it. And you are not surprised or shocked, because in this world of obstacles, something or the other keeps happening. So if you're surprised and shocked, it's because you are not in the awareness of the knowledge of the drama that Baba has given you, and you are expecting happiness in a world of sorrow. So Baba says this is a world of temporary happiness, temporary sorrow. Nothing is permanent in this world. Even the body is not permanent. So this is a world of impermanence, uncertainty and obstacles. And we have never been taught this way. Have we been taught? We have been told that, we are trying and striving for certainty and happiness, and in this world, permanent happiness and certainty in this world. But that's not happening, because in this world you can have temporary happiness, and you can have something happening for according to you for some time, but then this is a world of uncertainty and unhappiness. So when you understand the drama, then you don't mind it. You just know that this is how it is, and how do I deal with it or live with it. And when you have that attitude, then everything becomes a small thing, because you are maximizing it, you are amplifying it in your head by thinking too much about it. This is a big deal, I can't deal with it. So you are blowing it out of proportion. So this is how it's happening. So Baba says that if you are in the awareness of the unlimited drama, then you won't mind the world of obstacles, and you will always be in the unlimited happiness that I'm going to my world of happiness. So just think about whether you are in that state, and if not, create that state by churning over the truth of the drama, or the secret of the drama that Baba has given us. So this is first thing. Second thing, Baba says that this is the time to become pure, and this is the time to create punya karma by investing your body, mind and wealth. And Baba has told us that there is a saying in Hindi which says, some people's wealth will remain buried in the end. Some people's wealth will be confiscated by the government. Some people's wealth will be stolen. Some people's wealth will be burnt. And only those who really do, who really invest it in the name of God, they will get the return of that wealth. And Baba says that saying pertains to this time right now. And wealth is not just physical health, but your mental wealth and your physical energy, that is also your wealth. So body, mind and wealth, if you don't use it for seva right now, then what happens is there will come a time when it will be of no use, and all that you have today will be destroyed. And in the end, you see, nothing is going to be useful for anybody. And I remember there was this one Mata, and Baba says today that, the mothers, they keep telling their husbands that this is the time to be pure, and I want to be pure. And they keep telling their husband that because deities are pure, they are worshipped. So should we not become pure? And then they keep telling their husbands that, whatever wealth we have, this is anyways going to be destroyed. So let's use it for seva, so that it is, it meets success, it is fructified. So I remember there's this one Mata, and she exactly, every day she would keep telling her husband these things, that, the wealth is anyways going to be destroyed, so let's use it for seva, and then let me be pure. I want to be a deity, and anyways, you can only be a deity when you're pure. And the husband would see, what has happened to you? You've gone mad or what? Where are you going? What are you learning? And he would not pay any attention to her. And suddenly what happened, there was a raid in the house. So the income tax raided the house, and then they took away a lot of money. And then, the husband, he sat, and the first thing he told that Mata was, you always said it will be buried, stolen, confiscated. This is what you kept telling me. And how do you know this? So she said, it comes in the Murli. So she said, so he said, this is confiscation, right? So what happened just now is that. So she said, yes. So then he said, okay, so I'll do the course now. So you see that this is how it happens, and Baba says, and there is still time right now that one can put it in seva, but there will be a time in the end when nobody is going to accept anything that you offer, because at that time there'll be no seva, you cannot use it in seva anymore. So Baba says, before the final moments, let me just take care to use everything in a worthwhile way so that I don't regret it later. And today Baba also teaches us the karma that we create through wealth. And Baba says that when you use your wealth with the intention of vices, with vicious intention, because of attachment, greed, lust, or whatever, then of course that wealth is creating impure karma. But even when you donate it to impure souls, so you are donating it, your intention is good, but you're donating it in the world, and in the world nobody is making the effort to be pure. Nobody is practicing soul consciousness or practicing celibacy or purity. That's not happening in the world. So if you donate to an impure soul, you create a negative karmic account. So although donation is considered to be a punya karma, but Baba says if you donate to a papatma, how can you create punya karma? So you have to donate to a punya atma to create punya karma. And Baba says, you are the, and do you know the interesting thing is, only punya atmas donate to punya atmas. Because papatmas don't have the recognition to donate to punya atmas. So Baba says, in this Baba's yajna, those who donate are also pure souls. Yes, and we don't create accounts with impure souls. We don't take in Baba's yajna, no donations are received from children who don't practice purity and yoga. So we don't take donations from the world. Only the children who are pure and charitable, those who recognize Baba, those who practice purity in their life, they donate in Baba's yajna. And Baba says, you donate, you are a pure soul, and then you donate your pure wealth for pure purposes, and then even in Sangam Yuga, you take the benefit of it. Because when the wealth is donated and Baba's homes are created, or in buildings in Madhuban are created, you live there. And then you will also get the return in Satyug. So Baba says this is the karmic law about donation. So donation to impure souls creates impure account, negative karmic account, and Baba says one must take care to surrender body, mind and wealth in Baba's yajna, and Baba's yajna is nurtured by the offerings of the pure charitable children who take sustenance from Baba and embrace purity in life. So this is something that Baba says. And then Baba talks about being a trustee. So one part is where you give your wealth or services to the yajna, right? So you give something to the yajna. Another part is the ones you use. So, you use your energy, your wealth, your mind, your time. And Baba says, in that also you have to be a trustee. And don't think that that belongs to you and this portion belongs to Baba. No. Whole of it belongs to Baba. First thing you have to understand. And then there is a part of it which Baba has given to you in trust. That you use it and you make good of it. So for the part that we use also, we have to be trustees. And Baba says that when you become a trustee, you should know that although I am using it, it belongs to God. Right? Now, would you waste something that belongs to God? Can you waste it? No. So first thing is, if you are a trustee, you don't waste anything. And I remember there was this one sister, and she didn't take care to switch off the fans and lights and in this at home. And when I visited, so I was just I was just observing that, and then I switched off the light. And then she said, Didi, it's okay, yahan aise hi chalta hai, everybody is like this. So I said, no, but you are Baba's child and this is Baba's home. So nothing should be wasted here. So you should take care. Do you know that in the yagya we don't waste anything? Any little thing we have, we will try to squeeze everything out of it so that it's not wasted. And sometimes we don't, many people don't understand the significance of this. But the thing is, waste creates a lot of weight. It creates a burden. And if you waste something that belongs to Baba, then the burden is also many times multiplied. So when you are a trustee, when you live at home also, you should know that this belongs to Baba and don't waste anything. And second thing is, you should know that everything is actually for Baba's seva and I'm only using it temporarily. So you don't use anything according to your own whim and fancy. Yes, so Baba says, first ask. That is the sign of a trustee. And I remember there's this one sister, and she earns a lot. She does seva in the center also, and she earns her own wealth, and she's quite well off. But even if she buys a chair, she would just tell me that, Didi, we are buying a chair. So I said, okay, you buy it. So until she hears that, okay, she won't buy it. And this is a very good practice she has, and she would, and sometimes, she would just tell me that I have to talk, and so, and all she would say is, I'm buying a chair, I'm buying this. So she's not even asking, she's not saying that, Didi, can I buy a chair? But she wouldn't buy without informing. And this is a very subtle practice that I've seen in that sister. And this is something that every child of Baba should know. Because, if you keep, even if you don't ask, if you're just, sharing all the time, that we are planning to, not after you buy, that I bought this, I did that. But if you're just sharing, we are planning to do this, planning to do that, then Baba would stop you from doing something if it is creating an account with sinful souls. So, let's say you're going and to somebody called you for a marriage, and there you're giving something as a gift, then Baba would stop you, because that is not a charitable soul. That soul is, starting their journey of pap and lust. So why should you donate something to that soul? And if you have to donate something, or if if you have to give it something as a gift, give something from Baba's home. Give a book, Baba's book, or some picture from Baba's home, or something from Baba's home, so that it reminds them of Baba. Don't create a negative account. And if you have this habit of asking, sharing, then Baba would stop you when you're creating a negative account. And if you don't have this habit, then you don't understand how, subtle karmic accounts, they are created through this give and take of money. So Baba says this, that being a trustee means first ask. And then Baba says that the only thing that Baba allows, which seemingly is an impure karma, but Baba allows, that is, if your daughter is not willing to follow the path of purity and she insists that I must get married, then Baba says, get her married. So even if you use your wealth in it, no problem, but get her married, because in that, it becomes very complicated if you don't get her married. So Baba says that if the daughter doesn't embrace the path of purity, and Baba says if somebody is under the influence of lust, then Baba would say nothing new, drama. And then if they are taking that decision, Baba would say, okay, you get her married. So that's the only thing that Baba allows, which is a pap karma, but then it is a bandhan. Okay, so you can't do anything. Then Baba says another thing which Baba says nothing new is when there are obstacles in the yajna. Many kinds of obstacles will come. Yes, so somebody is asking, when we are alone in Gyan, I'm bandheli. So then also you have obstacles, right? You have obstacles in how much you can surrender of your time, your energy, your wealth. But Baba says, don't mind the obstacles, do the best you can. Yes, and don't let it enter your head, Don't take the swaman of a bandheli. Don't take the swaman that I'm somebody who is hindered by drama. No. You know that, right now there are obstacles, and these obstacles have been every 5,000 years, but you've crossed them. So just know that it is your duty to do the best you can according to body, mind and wealth. And then as you keep doing it, this account of punya karma will stop, will finish your obstacles in the future. So Baba says when there are obstacles also, don't get caught up in that and don't stop your journey. Why do obstacles come? So that you cross them. So just know that your duty is to, know that I have to go to the new world. I have to create sanskars and create punya karma, which will enable me to go to the new world. So keep doing that. Keep practicing purity. Keep surrendering your body, mind and wealth. And despite the obstacles, keep doing the best you can. And then slowly you will be obstacles free. Yes. So if you, when you start that race and you start running through that, that path of obstacles. So there are these jumps you have to make. And then what happens? When you keep jumping, it gets easier and easier. So that's how it goes. So Baba says, look at everything like a detached observer. Don't get caught up in it. Don't lose your strength. Don't lose your courage. Don't take these swamans, I'm bandheli, this, that. No. This is just a journey. Right now it is like this, but tomorrow it's going to change. Yes. And I will share one story with you. There was this one Mata, and for many years, at least for 20 years, she was in Gyan, but the husband never allowed her to go to the center, and every time there'll be a big fight and stuff. And then she used to just practice whatever she could, and she made her best effort. And then, there came a time when it was COVID, she became very sick and she was on the deathbed. And then all the formalities, like whatever is the password or this or that, that was also given because they suspected that she's going to die. But then she just came out of it. And then suddenly the husband said that, I had given up on you and I thought you're gone and I wished you goodbye. And now you've come back. So you are not my wife. You belong to the one who brought you back. And you have been telling me for 20 years there's this Baba that you love, and he didn't even know that it's incorporeal Baba. He thought that, there's some Sadhu Baba or something. And then he said, whoever the Baba is, now you belong to him and I won't say anything to you henceforth. And then all her obstacles stopped. But she did her best in those 20 years. And I've seen her journey, she would be in office and keep reading the Murli. And then when she had to go to Madhuban, she would say that I have a tour, office tour. And then she would go to Madhuban. And then in Madhuban, when the husband called, she would make sure that it's not traffic control time and the husband doesn't figure out that she's in some other place. So she made a lot of effort in these 20 years. And then it all changed. So Baba says, just know that this is a world of obstacles. They'll be there and you have crossed it every time. So don't take it as a swaman. Okay, Om Shanti.